physical interface between the vehicle and the power source. Understanding connectors types is essential because just like with mobile phones or laptops, not all plugs fit all devices. Okay, this gonna depends of in what part or in what region or in what market we are. Okay, so in EV charging there is a wide variety of connector types and they differ based on the charging mode, if it's for AC or DC, the power level, the country or region and the car manufacturer. Okay, think of is this way the charging mode defines the process, how energy is transferred and how controlled it, and the connectors define the plug shapes, pins and communication signals. So for example, if you are using the mode 2 or mode 3, you will most likely be dealing with AC connectors such as Type 1 or Type 2, for example, or GBT. No? If you are using Mode 4, you will working with DC connectors like combined charging systems or CHAdeMO for the Japanese market or GBT for the Chinese market. Okay. Uh, Also, regional standards play a big role. Okay. In Europe, the Type 2 connector is the standard for AC charging. Okay. In North America, for example, is the Type 1 for AC charging and also call it J1772. Okay. In Asia, standards like CHAdeMO for Japanese market or GBT for Chinese market are the most common. This topic is especially important when traveling between countries or when buying a car that was imported from another region, okay, or another market. In the next few slides, we will go over each connector type, how it works, its power capacity, and where it's used. Okay, let's continue. Let's comment. There are the Type 1 and GBT. Type 2 or Menekes is for the Euro Japan. Okay, for Japan charging. Okay, SAE G as I said before. It supports all. Okay, 7.42 lines. This is the line 4. Line 1. This is a monophasic. And then we have another pilot and proximity. The protocols. Vehicles like the Nissan Leaf, for example, but doesn't support three phases, like the European market. The Type 2 or Menekes, the light, the three, and now 22 kilowatts. These other pins, we are gonna find is gonna be the same 2 and line 3 and the control pilot and the proximity. We can see the pins and here we can see and the proximity. Pilot is the brain. It sends up, no, that if you remember squared signal, no, for big is we can, okay, the car response pilot allows for so a control pilot. And let's talk about the proximity. The proximity is the physical presence of the cable. Connect the proximity. So it's a knowledge part when the connector is inserted and preventing you from with the control pilot and the system to know if the car is connected, stop in case of any error. A toaster into the wall, okay? Connectors to this pin, okay? Now, guys, we are going to talk about the DC connectors, okay? For Chinese market, we are going to find the GBT DC is a special connector for Chinese market. Then we are going to find that the CHAdeMO is a special connector, DC connector for Japanese market. And then we are going to find this combined charging system 1 for North American market, okay, and the CCS2 for the European market. Okay, let's talk a little bit. These two are gonna talk later. Okay, So first of all, let's talk about a little bit of GBT. Okay, GBT is the Chinese national standard for EV charging. No, it's not compatible with the CCS combined charging systems or the CHAdeMO. Okay, uh, so some characteristics: the maximum power that you could allow with this kind of connectors is nowadays it's 900 kilowatts. Okay, the new technologies go through the 900 kilowatts. Use separate ports for AC and DC. As you can see, the DC connector is very different to the AC connector. So you are gonna have probably two charging ports in your vehicle if you buy a Chinese car. Okay. Then let's gonna talk about the CHAdeMO. Okay, CHAdeMO is the name comes from a Japanese phrase meaning charge for a tea time. Okay, charge for a tea time. It was the first fast charging standard developed by TEPCO and Nissan. Okay, power up to 100 kilowatts, 100 kilowatts, more or less, bidirectional support, which means it's able to use the technology of vehicle to grid. Okay, if you remember vehicle to grid, it means that you can use your vehicle to supply electrical power to the grid or to your house. Okay, you can use your battery to supply power to your house. Okay, it's very functionality. Okay, also